Hello, Mike Kittner here from 360 Heroes, and we're here to show you about the new GoPro Hero 4 Black as well as the Silver. It's incredible piece of equipment that they've put together, and what's really nice is the Hero 4 and the Hero 3s are the exact same size, which is excellent. So that means all of the holders that you currently have from us, you're not going to have a problem converting them, so we can just literally grab them, drop them right into play, and we get a really nice fit, which is excellent. Even with the ones that's got the little LCD on the back panel, which you're going to see that's the new feature that's actually come with the Hero 3 Silver, and it's all touchscreen oriented as well, which is really nice. So if we compare them one to one, you can see that everything size wise is the same. The big difference is here's the Hero 3, and the lighting is a little bit different. So we've got the Hero 3 lights are here. Now both lights are over here on the left hand side, and the button on the end here, this is a nice little added piece. They've made this bigger, which is great. So now it's easier to push the button. And what's interesting is this one controlled the wireless settings over here on the side. This is now controlling all the video settings on the side. So you'll see here is the Hero 4 Black. So when I actually go into those modes here, you can actually see that the screen is slightly different, so that you've got more items, so you can see each line item that you're doing along with the setting, which is excellent. And the screen is also slightly changed. So if you take a look behind me here, you can actually see that as I scroll down through each one of the settings, I've got nice big settings on the screen. Personally, I don't like that as much. I like the Hero 3 settings. So if I show you the Hero 3 settings up on the larger monitor, what that looks like, we'll plug that in here real quick, and I'll go to the setting mode here. Notice the setting modes are much larger on this type of screen, so you can it's easier to read all them. So we've got basically 4 settings on there, but yet on the Hero 4 we only have 2 settings, and that I think is a little bit of an inconvenience. But everything else, it's now on the LCD screen, so that's a huge improvement, which is excellent. The other thing that we also discovered in kind of experimenting is the battery life. You know, the Silver version, which basically has the exact same configuration as the Hero 3 Black Plus. Almost all the settings are the same, except there's some LED adjustments that are in the settings for that. But what's really cool is that the LCD pack still fits every single one of them. So we can put the LCD pack on this, and that works quite nicely for that. And if I pull this off, the interesting thing is when I actually pop it on the back here, it continues to work. So basically we got an LCD and an LCD monitor, and then if I run the LCD monitor on the black, the Hero 4 Black, you can see the different settings here as well. So if I go into setting mode here, again, basically the display that we was getting up on the monitor display behind us is exactly the same. It is kind of nice that it's larger like that screen. So in order to flip back and forth here, let me go back into this setting, and we've lost it from this display here because it's went to that screen. But if we unplug this, we'll now go back to this screen here. And I think they left it big here because now I can go in to the settings here, and there we go, unlock it here. So I think they did it much larger here so that you can actually change the different types of connections. Here we're actually doing the wireless setting for the GoPro app. configuration. So let's unplug that from here. And we'll jump back out of this setting here. Okay, so now we're out of the pairing mode for that. And let's see here. Let's slide this back over here. And now, let's talk a little bit about the configurations in reference to the Hero4. What's really nice with the Hero4 is you've got the 4K mode at 30 frames per second. So that means our H3 Pro 10 rig that we've got, you can now shoot 12K at 30 frames a second. So you've got all that frame rate that you need. So that's going to work out really well for syncing up that high-res content. And then you can also, at 2.7K, you have the much higher frame rate is there as well. And I believe that's 70 frames a second on the 2.7K. I'll have to check. But that now allows you with this particular H3 Pro 10 rig to shoot 8K at a higher frame rate, which is excellent. And then back to the Hero 6, which is our basic rig. You know, we're shooting 6K with the Hero4, but the neat part is you also have a higher frame rate now. So now we're at 120 frames a second at 1440, which you can get some nice slow motion action going on there. A little bit different on the batteries. There was a big improvement. I don't know if you've ever tried to remove the Hero3 battery, but sometimes it was a real pain trying to get that battery in and out of there, and then get that closed up, and then sometimes you snap that in, you couldn't get this back off. Well, we've made a huge improvement on the Hero4. Now the battery adjustment is right here on the bottom. It is a different battery type, so when I go to pull that battery, it's a different type of configuration. It actually, if you look really close, it says Panasonic on it. So GoPro must have partnered up with Panasonic to create their batteries. The neat part is they are the same between each one of them, except for the cheapest version of the GoPro. Those batteries are not removable. So once they died, it's like a throwaway type of camera. But other than that, the configuration is the same. The mounts here on the end is the same. So you still have the HDMI, the USB, and the card slots, and your lights are still slightly the same. You know, slightly different on the front, but you still have your LED packs around the outside. And other than that, this is pretty much it. I'm really happy and looking forward to testing this out on the Hero4s. But from all the tests that we've done to date, everything is excellent. Oh, I wanted to go over one more thing. The remotes. Big change with the remotes. Now when you buy the Hero4 cameras, you do not get a remote with it. You have to buy that extra. It's an $80 add-on accessory. But here's the nice thing about it. Everything with the remote on the older remotes, they work perfectly with the new Hero4 and the Hero3. So the nice part about it is if I put this into Discover mode here, and so we can try to find the next camera, and I put this into remote control, it'll pair up. And what's really neat is that the screen setting is now changing, which is excellent. So now that I've paired up my remote here, which is excellent, the neat part is my screen looks the same as the Hero4, which is excellent. So they're actually broadcasting this screen back over to here, because when I use the Hero3, it automatically changes to the Hero3. So the remote version that I'm using is 2.1.7. So I don't know if it makes any difference on some of the other versions, if there are newer versions or not, but the 2.1.7 works excellent with that. So the good news is you can go out and buy the Hero4s. They're not selling the remotes right now yet, but at least you can get the Hero4 and use your other remotes. So just wanted to bring up one more thing. We had a really big surprise, the Guinness Book of World Records 2015. They've got the Hero 6 rig in it, so we know it withstands minus 51 degrees, and we had some great success with that. So be sure to check out the website, 360heroes.com, and see all the wild things that we're doing. Also go to videos.360heroes.com and see some amazing content that's being developed by our producers all over the world. So thank you very much, and have a great day.